It seems to me you're a bit of a cowboy the way you're carrying on.
You listening? Fucking listen to this.
Fuck, it never gets old, that old air start macking the intro. Jesus, love it. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Episode 18, Throttle On, Full Send, Neverlift podcast. I'm not even going to say it, because we all know it's been a fucking hot minute since I've been back. Anyway, fucking moving on from that. Yeah, we're going to start off with some really, really fucking ecstatic news. Some really good news. Most uplifting thing that's happened in the last few months. Well, I wouldn't say it's the most uplifting thing. A lot of uplifting things have happened. But, yeah, myself and Kate expecting another little offsider. December. Be a Christmas baby. How good's that? You don't even need fucking Christmas presents when that happens. Bloody beautiful. So, the young fellas, they're gonna have a brand new baby brother or baby sister for Christmas. It'll be Kate's first baby, so hopefully she, it's not too much of a struggle during the hotter months of summer when she's full tilt pregnant. But yeah, we'll get through it. So yeah, that's best feeling. Yeah, finding out stuff like that. So, but yeah, it does come off the back of. Not many people know, but I'll just touch on it. It was hard for us there for a while. We were expecting one earlier, but unfortunately, at the 10 week mark, yeah, we found out that Bub was no longer progressing. So yeah, that was very unfortunate. It was very heartbreaking. Myself and Kate both had a rough couple of months, and it's something you never really move on, never get over. People say, shouldn't be that hard. It's not like you're full grown baby. It doesn't matter how full grown it is or how grown it is. It's still hard when you lose something like that. So I've in previous relationship had it happened before, and yeah, it is heartbreaking because you get so excited finding out, and then that happens. But there's not much you can do about it, and that's just the way of life. So, but yeah, bloody unreal. I can't wait to meet Bub in December. And I told my eldest fella there the other day, and I said, "What do you want, a baby brother or a baby sister?" He's like, "I'm not sure. I don't want either. I don't want a baby." I said, "Well, whether you like it or not, old soldier, you get one." And he said, "Oh, baby brother." I was like, "Fuck me. 3 boys, that'll be a handful." But anyway, doesn't matter. In all honesty, I'm hoping for a baby girl. Something new. The main reason I'm hoping for a baby girl is that she might be able to give back a bit of attitude towards a mother, what she gives me. No, fuck that. Glad I'm away in the truck, coming off the back of that comment. I'm kidding, darling, but baby girl would be good. Something a bit different. I've always wanted a baby girl. I wouldn't have it any other way with me 2 boys, but yeah. So, but you get what you're given, and it doesn't matter what you're given, you love it all the same. So yeah, here's for hoping everything goes well for the remainder of the pregnancy, and yeah, hopefully dreading the full pregnant middle of summer angriness. There'll be a bit of it. You fucking done this to me. Anyway, all good. She's been a busy couple of months. been flat out in the cow carting division. Spending a lot of time up in central Queensland. It's been good getting back into it and carting a few mad cows. So yeah, it's been really good getting back to driving with the blokes that I used to drive with and blokes who used to cross-load off and cart cattle with and everything like that. And got me thinking there the other day, I'm surprised there's not more young fellas these days. When I say young fellas, I'm still a fucking young fella, but more young fellas these days that want to get into this industry of carting cows and everything like that. Like I've said in previous podcasts, it is a tough industry to get into, but fuck me, you have a good time. A lot of mateship in it. Everyone gets in and has a dig and helps each other. It's bloody great. So if you're a young fella out there listening and you want to be a big truck driver, wear red wing boots and snort gear, no, I'm kidding. Them days are fucking gone. And you want to get into the industry and cart some cows, fucking get amongst it. Step out of your comfort zone. You got your MC licence or your HC licence, go and hit some of these companies up. I'd recommend a smaller company. That's my opinion, because you will learn a lot more in a smaller show than what you will in a bigger show. Mainly because I found with smaller shows, like it's a more concentrated, like everyone gets in and gives each other a hand, you know. Like I've been around some bigger shows and yeah, not everyone wants to give you a hand. And people just want to hang to themselves and everything like that, which is fine, but there's nothing worse than watching someone struggle loading or unloading or having dramas, you know. Just get in and give each other a hand, makes life a hell of a lot easier, you know. But that's the mentality of some people, and some of that you'll never change. But I was just glad I've sort of been around small shows, smaller family orientated shows mainly my whole career doing this. But yeah, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So if you are interested, get in, do it. You won't look back, which in turn can be a bad thing. Fuck me, I've left cow carting twice and I've come back twice, so what's that tell you? It must be alright. And you'll know within the first couple of months whether you're enjoying it or not. Like, you're not going to jump straight in a truck and just, well, at the right places, you're not just going to jump straight in a truck and go out and cart cows. You'll start off at the bottom and work your way to the top. But it is an industry where you'll know pretty quick whether you're going to make it or break it. Like, fuck me, don't get me wrong. A few times I thought I was going to... a few times I wanted to throw in the towel, but I had a good bunch of blokes around me that picked me up and kept me going, taught me everything I know today, which in some people's eyes might be fuck all, but to me, blokes I had around me, they taught me a lot. But no, and none of them are going to knock you for trying. There'll be a few characters in the game that'll hang shit on you and all that sort of stuff, but most of the blokes, because you're dealing with large animals and shit like that, and you got the possibility of getting hurt, like getting gates kicked back into your face or getting rolled by a bullock or something like that, or an old cow, or crushed by a bull, like blokes aren't gonna stitch you up, fuck you around. Like they want to see you. Like I've had a couple of good bombs for mistakes that I've made where I could have got hurt, cattle could have got out, and you learn from it. Like, and the bloke who give me the bit of a serve, he said to me, I was more worried about you getting hurt than what I was about that beast getting out. Like, you don't want the beast to get out, but most blokes are more worried about you. Like, they're trying to teach you to be the best that you can be because they've been doing it for years. So why would they fuck you around and teach you shit that's not right, you know what I mean? But like I said, get in and have a crack. You won't regret it. Well, my old man always said to me, if you fucking start carting cows, I'll kick your ass. Well, fuck me. You would have given me a flogging twice now. But, 3 times actually. But yeah. Anyway, moving on from that, because no doubt with my my short-term memory, I've probably covered that fucking subject fucking 30 times over. But yeah, I try and get it out there as much as I can. Trying to encourage people to like jump in a truck or cart cattle or whatever, because it's an industry that I don't want to see die. It's like I look at all them old legends that like my old fellow used to cart cattle with and used to be around, and I think to me like always inspired to be them. But yeah, and these days it's sort of, I feel like there's less and less young fellas that want to have a go. Like fuck, I couldn't think. All I've ever wanted to do was cart cows. And yeah, now I'm here. I fucking might be regretting it a little bit. No. But I haven't seen too many young fellas. Well, I've seen a few, but I haven't seen a hell of a lot that are just hell bent on wanting to fucking cart cows. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, different. I don't know. It's a hard one. Fuck it. I don't know. It must have to be bred into you in some sort of a way, but I've met a lot of blokes that have never even seen a truck or never even been in a truck, and then next minute they're fucking carting cows and they're loving it. So you never know. Could be your forte. But in saying that, the main thing I always stress to people is don't think you're going to go straight to the top. Like I said before, you start off at the bottom. Even if you're offside, if you're offside for a year, you'll fucking learn more than what you will fucking standing there fucking not standing there watching, but like fucking sitting up. Anyone can drive a truck, but knowing what you're doing with the animals is a whole different ball game. And the other thing is don't get too cocky too quick. Like don't fucking tow a stock crate once and then fucking think you know a bunt on and can fucking, you're a world beater. Look, listen and learn from everyone around you, and like pay attention to what you're doing. Like you see a few on the road and they drive like bat out of hell, loaded fucking all over the road and can't hold a line and everything like that, and you think to yourself, fuck me dead. Like that's the one thing I've always stressed. Like even when I was over in the mines trying to explain to like NTIs, which is new to industry guys, even with sideshippers with triples and that, like don't get too cocky too quick, because they will. Shit does fall over. Like you only got to give it that bit of a flick or hit the edge of the bitumen or something silly like that, and you're gone, you know. And yeah, you got to sort of know how to react, but not overreact at the same time. That's the biggest piece of advice that I can give people. Like fuck me, I've been in the table drain a lot of times out of my own stupid doing, like thinking I'm a fucking legend and driving all the time, and yeah, you have a bit of a nod or something like that, and you give yourself a bit of a fright, and you what's your first reaction? You flick it. But you sort of got to get that out of your system, especially with cattle crates on. Like you got all that weight up top. If you're getting doughy, pull up, have a sleep, or whatever you want to do to get yourself fucking motivated again and back in the saddle. But yeah, my main piece of advice is know how to react, but don't overreact, because yeah, sometimes the overreaction can fucking bring you unstuck. But anyway, you guys will work it out. You learn something new every day. Like fuck me, not two beasts are ever going to be the same too. Like you might load at one place, they'll be quiet as all fuck, and follow them in and pen them off, and then you go there the next time and you go to pen them off and you end up on your ass fucking cattle running over the top of you. Like, it's one thing you got to learn too, is not two beasts are going to be the same. Cattle are always, can be unpredictable. You sort of got to know how to read them a little bit. Fuck, sometimes I can think I read them and then you have a bit of a scare and you think, hoo, read that book wrong. But you pick it up as you go along. Is be right. Get in, have a crack. Get more young fellas in the livestock industry. And you'll always get them old fellas, young cunts, fucking rah, all this shit. Don't let that phase you, because they had to start somewhere once, and they wouldn't be where they were unless someone showed them what they're doing. So, yeah, don't listen to the haters. Just focus on doing the best you can, and results will follow. So, but anyway, moving on from that. Like I said in the last episode, how good's the fuel coming down? But then I was reading today, old Trump's, blown a few holes in them again, I think. So, what's going to happen here? Like, fuck, I went through Yarraman the other day and diesel was $1.40. I thought, how good's this? It's back to normal, you know, like. But, yeah, I guarantee you're going to be due for another spike after all this. But anyway, I fucking got too political next last body. I'm not gonna do it this time. But yeah, a few other things I wanted to touch on. Like, when you go to places, like, I know I've touched on before about roadhouses and everything like that, with their facilities being grubby and shit like that. I was at a feedlot the other day that I frequent quite frequently. Is that the word? Is that the same? No. We'll just stick with visit quite frequently. And I got there early hours in the morning, and I went for a shower, used the toilet, everything was spot on, tidied up after myself, mopped the floor, everything like that. Now, I went and had to do a few things to my truck for a couple of hours. Wouldn't have been 2 hours. I come back and I was fairly grubby and I had to go somewhere up north, so I thought I'll have another shower. And I think I had to visit the toilet again. And I walked into the same shower block. Wouldn't have been 2 hours. The same shower. There's 3 showers in a row, and the fucking shower that I'd just used 2 hours beforehand, there was shit all through the bowl, there was water all over the floor, someone had left their towel there, which isn't hard to do, and fucking, like, there's a mop sitting in there, mop bucket, it hadn't been touched, water all over the floor, and I thought, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I haven't been gone 2 hours and this shows a pigsty already. And I thought to myself, like, these feedlots and abattoirs, I don't know too much about abattoir facilities, but feedlots are starting to put showers and toilets out the front on their pads and that, so you can use, like, out of the goodness of their hearts to look after us. And you get fucking grubs that, just don't respect the facilities. And you think to yourself, what's their fucking house look like? But then you think, oh, their wives are probably fucking cleaning up after them. Like, how hard is it? There's a mop right there. Mop the floor. Toilet brush right there. Clean the fucking bowl. Like, it's not hard, guys. I'm pretty pedantic about where I shower and shit. And fucking, this facility is pretty flash, and to see it get treated like that, it's going to come down to one or two things. They'll fucking either take it away or they'll lock it, and, like, especially for cow carters, like, a lot of cow carters come from a long way, and most of the time they're fucking dirty because they've been loading cattle and checking cattle and standing up cattle and everything like that. And a lot of cow carters and other, I'm not going to just say cow carters, but other truck drivers are looking for a shower by the time they get there. And to walk into something like that, that's brand fucking new, and to have it look like that, what do you just expect the cleaners to fucking tidy up after yourself like your wives do? Like, come on, guys. Fucking makes me sick. And you wonder why half these servos fucking look the way they do, because if I fucking walked into my house and fucking I had a roommate say, and they fucking left it like that every time they went in there, I'd stop cleaning the fucking thing too. Especially if I had a shower in my own room, I'd stop cleaning it, because I'm right, I got a shower in there. You just fucking deal with the grubbiness. You know, like, come on. So, just do better, guys. Be better. You fucking have a shit, you leave skiddies, fucking clean it up. You fucking have a shower, you stand there, drying yourself, water dripping everything. Dry yourself mainly before you get out of the shower, and then you'll have less fucking water to mop up. It's not hard. Simple math. Yeah. Like I said, I've got me places where I fucking have a shower and use the toilet, like, that are usually kept pretty clean. And when they opened these ones up, I thought, you beauty, like, I frequent there a fair bit to load and unload cattle, and I thought, yeah, like, bloody good of them. And then to see people treat it like that, you wonder why these facilities get locked or fucking. It's no different. Like, I'll move on from that because I fucking, yeah. It's no different to wash bays. Like, you know how hard it is to wash out stock crates at these different places now, at all these sale yards and everything where wash bays are, because people don't respect the fucking hoses or the facilities. And a lot of places now you got to take your own hose. Well, it used to be nozzles. You used to have to take your own nozzle because people keep flogging the nozzles that are put on there, or they fucking throw them on the ground and smash them. And now you got to fucking bring your own hose because they're cutting hose and fucking around. And 9 times out of 10 you go there and the fucking hose is that covered in grease. Like, tidy up, guys. Respect the gear. And the people that fucking don't respect it will be the first ones on Facebook whinging, fucking, look at this, they can't even supply us hoses. When deep down you're the fucking problem. So if you're using a wash bay to wash your crates out, fucking look after the hose, look after the nozzles, tidy up after yourself. If there's grease on the hose it off the best you can. If you need to, run the cunt over with a rag. It's not hard. Like, I'm just going to say it, like, it comes down to downright laziness, some of it. And I know, don't worry, I've washed out at all hours of the night when I should have been sleeping in a warm bed. And you think to yourself, fuck this, I don't want to wash this pad down. But you do it anyway, because the next bloke's only going to have to do it, and he's going to see you leave the pad the way in a fucking mess. And then he's going to think you're a grub, and then he's going to say, well, fuck it, I won't do it. And it's just a big snowball effect. So, again, do better, guys. Like, fuck. And I know not every wash bay is 100% with pressure and everything like that, but the way things are going, we got to be grateful for what we got, and we got to start looking after what we got, because if we don't look after it, it ain't gonna fucking be there. And there's gonna be more shit on the side of the roads in fucking parking bays from grubs dumping their fucking shit tanks in the middle of bitchin' parking bays, because one, they're full because they haven't washed out because there's nowhere to wash out, and two, they're fucking downright lazy. But anyway, we'll leave that there. So, that's all I can say, guys, is just a bit of self-pride. Fucking, it's not hard. A bit of self-pride in what you're given in your facilities when it comes to washing out or showering, shitting and fucking whatever in the transport. Look after it. Fuck, we cop enough flack from fucking everywhere else. Like, it's just making us look silly. So, but yeah, I don't know, probably get wound up more than what I should with that sort of stuff, but fucking who doesn't love having a fucking nice hot shower in a clean facility after a hard day's carting the bovine or carting anything, fucking doing anything. It's good to be able to go to a facility that's fucking worthwhile. So yeah, just look after it, guys. It's like what your parents used to tell you. Fucking treat things the way you want to be treated. So if you look after the facilities will look after you. It's not hard. Anyway, like I said, definitely moving on now. I was just thinking the other day, on a bit of a lighter note, and just want to know what everyone else's thoughts would be. You know how Kenworth does the SAR Legend and the 900 and all that sort of stuff? What old school sort of looking truck would you like to see be done again? And I know myself, like I've always been a Western Star man. My old fella drove Western Star, had 2 Heritages towards the end of his trucking career, and I was grateful enough to be able to drive the same Heritage that my old fella drove a couple of times. When I was a wee young fella carting a bit of gravel, the mob that I was working for, a good mate of mine, good mates of mine, family show, they actually bought one of the old Heritages, the second last one that my old fella had, and I got to drive it a couple of times. So I was thinking the other day, like, I'd love to see, and I know Western Star, I'm not going to say they've gone to shit because I haven't driven one of them new ones. I like the idea of how much room they've got in them, but I'm more of a older school looking, squarer looking truck, and they've all seemed to have gone a bit roundish, aerodynamic as some people would call it. But yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, like I'd love to see Western Star do like a tradition or a legend thing like Kenworth do and bring out the old Heritages again. Like it's just old school cool. Like I remember sitting in that Heritage, that 6900 that my old fella had, and that bonnet, like you couldn't see 2K in front of him. People think Nino's got a big bonnet. Fuck me. Them old Western Stars, or the old fucking Cheyennes and Heritages and everything like that with that big fucking square bonnet. Like how good was it? I thought I was the fucking duck's nuts sitting up in that. The cat's ass I thought I was. And I just remember saying to myself when I was a young fella, like proper young, when my old fella was still driving, I would have been, 8, 9, 10. I just remember thinking, this is what I want to drive when I grow up. When I become a big cow carter. Heritage Western Star. It was a 98, so it was the last of the Heritages, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I'd love to see him bring that back. Same with the Max, like Max Superliner, same mob that I used to work for. They had I think it was an 85 V8 Superliner. I remember I'd come through miles in it, and that coal would just be rolling out of it. People would be looking at you, probably thinking, look at this fuckhead. But anyone that knew anything about trucks would have been thinking, holy shit, that's cool. 2 big pipes, black soot. Yeah, I thought she was a bit rough around the edges, that old Superliner. I'm pretty sure, if I remember the history on it, it was one of Orford's. Was it Orford's? Not Orford's, sorry. What was that other mob? Anyway, they had the red and white, well, mainly red Superliners, baby liners, stuff like that. Yeah, I'd like to see him bring that back. I know they'll never bring back the old V8 Mac engine due to the emissions. The greenies don't really like it, but yeah, just that old school shape. Like, I still remember even in that old Superliner going over grids and thinking, fuck me, where'd that grid go? Like, you can't see shit, but you knew you were cool doing it. So, yeah, what's your thoughts? I know a few fellas, like, not many people really talk about them, but the old LTLs, old Fords, LTL, I'm not really much of a fan of anything else. Like, my old fella had an S-line. I remember fucking sitting up in that, and like, it's probably like when the Constellations and the Stratospheres and that come out in Western Stars. You jumped in one of them and you thought, holy shit, look at the room in this. That old S-line that my old fella drove before he got Western Star, fuck me, I remember sitting beside my old fella and he looked like he was a mile away. Fuck, she was a big truck in the day. But, yeah, I can't see it ever happening. Like, Kenworth's sort of really the only one now that's still got the squarer, old school shape, but that's eventually going to get phased out with your 610, 620s, whatever they are now. But, yeah, it'd be good if they could bring something out like that. Like, but same thing, they'd only bring out so many of them and they'd be priced through the roof. But, yeah, it'd bring back a lot of memories for me. Like, I remember, I still look at photos of my old man's trucking days now, and I think that was the definition of cool, you know, like, they were big trucks back in the day. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. I know a few of you guys that listen to the potty love your old school trucks and old school trucking, so yeah, just let us know what you think. I know I've got a few listeners over in the States there. They've still got the big square trucks with Peterbilts and everything like that. So, yeah, let us know what you reckon, what you'd like to see. I'd love to get my hands on an old Superliner and an old Heritage Western Star. Like, that's my fucking idea of awesome man cave. Like, look at what John Kelly's got. Shout out to John Kelly, heavy haulage. What old school trucks he's got, and I think, fuck, I'd love to have them sitting in my backyard. I wouldn't even, just so I could start the old Air Start Mac, same as the intro to the potty, and just so I could sit there and look at that Western Star, like, how good. But yeah, we know them days are fucked, so all we can do is dream. And I would have loved to have been around then, like a few of Dad's old mates, like Ivan Howard, shout out to him, Fitzy and Bomber and all them blokes that used to drive them old road bosses and Western Stars, and I just, I would have loved to have been around in them days. Like, you listen to a few yarns and, make you laugh. Like, it was a lot more fun back then, I think, but, just the trucks. I reckon the trucks are cooler. And, like, livability these days, I suppose, like I said in an earlier podcast, we're all sort of a bit soft, like, got the ice pack and the air ride seats and everything like that, but, yeah, I would have loved to have been around then. I probably wouldn't have hacked it. All these old fellas, like I just spoke, I'd probably fucking, tell me I'm weak as piss, but would have been cool to be around then in my old fella's day, you know, cattle and that, so. But our day is now, so we fucking just got to make of it what it is, and trucks are still cool. Like, yeah, I say they get a bit round and fucking all this emission stuff and aerodynamics and everything like that, but is what it is. It has its benefits, has its fucking downfalls, but you don't do it because you love the look of a truck. You do it because you like doing it. That's what I keep telling myself. And I do love it. But in saying that, something was brought to my attention there the other day. A mate of mine, he's got 4 kids, and they're all still young. I think 12 and 8, around that ages. And he come up to me just out of nowhere in the shed there, and he showed me a photo of them, of their school photos, and he said to me, he said, Buff, he said, this is what these old fellas used to tell me about, like, they used to talk about. Yeah, they're only little once, and you turn around and they're nearly full grown, you know, like, even at that age, like, they're growing 2 inches at a time. Every time you turn around, they're fucking taller and smarter, and that really hit home with me. Like, I remember as a kid, he would have been no different. Anyone in the transport industry that's got kids or had a parent in the industry, and you know what it was like being gone for days and weeks and stuff like that. I notice it a lot more now that I only get to see me boys every so often, every second weekend, and that like, every time I see them, they've changed, and you think to yourself, oh, like, shit, I'm missing out on a lot. But then you also got to remember is you're only doing it for one reason, and that one reason is to make sure that they get a good start in life, and they get looked after, you know. Like, we can all look after ourselves, but your kids are your future. Your kids are, and in saying that, you got to make time for them in the present, and a lot of us do. Like, you do as much as you can to be there for every little milestone. But yeah, that really hit hard with me when he said that, and just the look on his face and how proud he was of them kids, and I can guarantee you, brother, they're just as proud of you as what you are of them, and we both know ourselves they'll never hold it against us. They know we're out doing what we got to do to make life better for them, but yeah, just those, like, and he is right. I remember a couple of old fellas saying to me, like, you don't realise how much you're missing until you see a photo of them or something like that, and they've aged 5-6 years, and yeah, time moves so slow but moves so quick, you know, and it is heartbreaking. But like I said, you're out there doing it for a reason. You're not out there doing it for yourself, you know, like. But yeah, I over the last couple of weeks, I've been struggling a bit with that. Like, the young fella, I went and picked him up there the other day, or both my young fellas, and I brought him back to my place, and my youngest fella, he's not long turned 1, and I sat him down on the ground. Next minute he stood up and started walking to me, and I thought, shit, when did this happen? Like, I know I don't get to see him every day or hear from him every day, but yeah, and I thought, fuck, like, you do miss a bit, especially with other circumstances. You miss a fair bit, but fuck me, I couldn't wipe the smile off my face, like, watching him walking towards me and got his arms out and give you a big hug, like, fucking, yeah, what feeling can replace that? You know, like, yeah, yeah, but I really related with what he said to me, and yeah, it's a hard thing to think about and talk about, but you just know you're doing them proud. They love you all the same. and I can't. Like I'm trying to be there as much as I can with everything that's going on and the circumstances and my work and everything like that. I'm fighting to be there. I'm trying to be there, and I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'll keep fighting, and they'll know it. They'll It's not something I really want to go into on this podcast, but it all ties in together with the mental health side of things. Like, it does burn me up inside. I just, like I said, the last couple of weeks I've been struggling a bit. But every second weekend when I get them, they both throw their arms out and give me a big hug and a big kiss. And like I said, the youngest fella, he's only one, and he's walking now, and he, dad, everything like that. Fucking bring a tear to your eye, eh? The eldest fella, he's a bloody rat bag. He's like me, he's set on what he wants to do. He wants to be a truck driver, he tells me. But then he tells me he wants to do other things 10 minutes later. But he's you get him on the phone, on FaceTime and that, like just out of the blue, I love you, Dad. Oh, just melts your heart. Like I said, what better feeling? Like, name a better feeling. You can't. Fucking if that doesn't melt a grey man's heart, well, I don't know what does. But so any of you guys out there that think yous aren't doing enough or providing, or yous are down on yourselves and feel like yous aren't doing enough for your kids and you're never home and everything like that, I try to not let it get to me. It fucking does. It eats you up, but as soon as you see them and they got a smile on their face and they're all about Dad or Mum, whoever's out in the industry working and that, like, that's when you know you're fucking, you're doing all right. So keep your heads up, guys, and keep soldiering on. And they tell me it all works out in the end. But just make the most of it when you have got the time. And you're doing all right. Much love to you. So, and speaking of children, we'll move on. Speaking of babies, shout out to me mate Dylan and Shakira, his lovely partner. Had a beautiful little baby boy, first bub for them. Fucking couldn't be more proud of. I've covered it a couple of times in a few podcasts leading up to this about having a baby, expecting a baby, and now he's bloody got him, and I couldn't be more proud of yous. I love yous, and welcome to the no sleep crew. Don't even have to be a truck driver to do that. Just have yourself a baby. It'll be like you're driving all day and all night every fucking day. But good on you guys. It's bloody wonderful, and I hope you enjoy it, which is will. Every parent enjoys it, and if you fucking don't, and you don't want to be a part of your kid's life, well, fuck you. There's people out there that are fighting hard to be a part of theirs and struggling, and you got cunts walking around that couldn't give a fuck if they got kids and don't want to be a part of it. It just makes me sick. Anyway, I'm not going to go any further with that because I'll get too wound up. And we're not about that here. We have been over the last probably 20 minutes, but we'll simmer it down a bit and we'll move on. Also, before I forget, still plenty of hats available, guys. If you want to grab yourself a... Ooh, it's not very good advertisement, coughing halfway through, but if you just want to grab yourselves a Throttle On Full Send Neverlift podcast cap, trucker's cap, you know where to hit me up on email. throttleonfullsend.neverlift@gmail.com. Hit me up. I'll sort it out. We'll get it sorted. Still got a few left. Remember, a portion of the proceeds go to mental health charities such as Beyond Blue and everything like that. I'd like to make another batch of them. Bring out a few different styles. I reckon this style looks pretty cool. No one said I look like a fuckwit wearing it, so that's a plus. I know, I'm just going to say it, I know this podcast will probably never go viral and never achieve what some other podcasters have made, but get a hat on your head. You never know, someone will read it and then read what it says on the front. Have a listen and it might go viral one day, but until then, I'll just keep talking shit because I enjoy it. Even though I'm not making as many as what I was and getting a fair gap in between it, I'll keep making them because I know a few people that do enjoy them, and I've had a few new people contact me and say they're really enjoying it. Keep it up, so I will. I've got to keep the fans happy. And yes, I know I've been pretty slack. I got to get. I keep saying it every fucking podcast. We had that segment, that episode, partners in the industry. I got to get onto a few more partners in the industry and see if they'd be willing to have a bit of a yarn, and a few other people I'd like to get on, and even just a few of my mates that are in the industry. Don't even have to be in the same industry, but sort of relevant and don't mind having a yarn and talking shit and talking about a bit of mental health stuff and a bit of head noise and everything like that, and trying to erase it. And so I am trying, guys. I'll keep trying, and hopefully one day mental it's never going to be erased, but it'll be a thing that we can all talk about openly and freely. Like I've said right back at the start, I used to struggle, and I still do struggle a little bit talking about this sort of stuff, and especially with everything that's going on with me now, I confide in a few of my mates, and they're always there to listen. Even if they're not paying attention, doesn't matter, you're still getting it off your chest, and but hopefully I can make the world a better place, one potty at a time. And I know, like, a few people said to me, "Oh, why do you go down that path with your podcast? You could have just made a podcast about spinning yarns and talking shit," which I am pretty good at, but I felt that my main priority and my main concern in my life was mental health, and I just want to keep making people aware of it. I don't want to give people fucking head noise and make people feel sorry for me or anything like that. Or it's not about that. It's just about this is my way of what did I say in that podcast last time? I said it about 50 fucking times. Coping mechanism, and talking's a good one. So I'll continue to do it, and I'll try and come up with some new stuff and get some people on. And if you want to fucking have a yarn, even if it's for 10 minutes, I can make one podcast out of a few different blokes having a yarn. So hit me up and we'll sort it out. I know it's a bit tough with my line of work. Might have to do it over the phone or shit like that, but I'm trying. Like I said, I know there's some big players in the podcast game that aim at mental health, and good on them, but everyone's got a different perspective of it. So, yeah, this is my perspective. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you do like it, fucking get around it, share it around. And I'll try and do a bit more as time goes on. I keep saying it every fucking time that I'll do this and do that, and nothing ever happens. I am trying. It's not easy to sit here and talk for fucking 45 minutes and come up with new shit to talk about. You know, like, it involves you guys as well. I need a bit of input from you guys. I probably sound a bit desperate here, but yeah, I'd love some feedback, and I'd love to have a yarn with you. And I'm pretty sure the characters that I knock around with have some pretty fucking impressive yarns to pepper your ears with. So, like I said, hopefully I can make something of it, and if I don't, well, I'll fucking keep doing it because I'm having fun, and that's the main objective. And this poddy's probably going to go for a bit longer than the other ones, but yeah, trying to throw in as much as I can to keep his interest. And you're probably sitting there thinking, holy fuck, just get on with it, bros. You've said a lot of ahs and ums tonight. What's going on? But there we go again. I'll go to the segment of piss boilers, and fucking, it's sort of a bit off topic, but my piss boiler for today, tonight, this week, this podcast, is fucking Facebook Marketplace. Oh, fuck me. You get some doers on there, don't you? I dabble in a bit of Facebook Marketplace. I don't buy too much off there. I sell a fair bit. Well, I try to sell a fair bit. And you do get a lot of fucking, like I said, absolute units messaging you, lowballing you, fucking stupid fucking shit. Or they message you just to comment on it and go, oh, I seen one of them for sale for fucking $500, not $510. Well, go and buy the $500 one, fuckhead. Don't tell me about it. Where is it? I'll go and buy it. Then I'll sell it for $510. You know, like, people like that. I had a bloke one time, and I'm not running him down because I can understand his stress at the time. And if you're listening to this podcast, mate, yeah, I didn't steal your fucking fridge, as we established. I was over in WA, and I was on night shift, and I got awoken by a message from a bloke asking me if my camping fridge was still available. It was a big 80-litre fridge, and I didn't message him back straight away. And then it wouldn't have been an hour later, I get another message from him. I know it was you. You fucking stole it. I thought, hang on a minute. What is this bloke talking about? Anyway, I got the better of me. I said, excuse me? That's all I said. I said, excuse me? And he goes, I know it was you. You're trying to sell stolen goods. The police have been notified. And I thought, well, fuck this. I'm about to have my bit of a say. And I said, mate, what the fuck are you on about? I said, I'm over here in WA. I said, I've had this fridge listed for fucking months. And he's like, yeah, you didn't answer me until I called you out on it. I know it was you. The police have been notified, rah, rah. I'm thinking, fuck me, this spinner's fucking, like, just lost the plot. I said, oh, yeah? I said, I don't appreciate cunts fucking accusing me of stealing shit when I'm 5,000 kilometres away, because his ute got stolen, see? And apparently he had the same fridge in the back. I said, I don't appreciate people accusing me of stealing shit. I said, especially when I fucking had this fridge for sale for fucking months. And I said, by the way, I said, if I was going to steal a fucking fridge, I said, it wouldn't be one of these power-chewing fucking pieces of shit. I said, I would have stolen an angle or something like that. Anyway, this went back and forward for fucking ages, and I'm thinking, how am I going to prove to this bloke that I, one, didn't steal his ute, two, I've had this fridge for sale for fucking months, and three, I wouldn't have fucking stole it anyway. I'm trying to sell the fucking thing because I don't like it. Anyway, I found a photo I sent to a mate like years ago. I've had it for years. When I first got it. Well, fuck me, this bloke couldn't be more apologetic. And he said, I'm just stressed because me ute was stolen. And I totally agree. I would have been stressed too. And then you're looking for whatever was in your ute on Marketplace. That'd be the first place I'd be going to with all these crackheads about. And he said, it was just a bit coincidental. Like, the night my ute gets stolen, I see this on Marketplace. It's got the same fucking faded mark on the cover and everything. I said, well, mate, I feel your pain. And he was a truck driver, actually. He had his ute stolen out of a transport depot. And I said, I feel your pain, mate, and I hope all the best for you and everything like that. Well, fuck me. I had this fridge listed for $500 or something. He turns around and goes, oh, anyway, how about $400 for the fridge? I thought, you cheeky bugger. You just fucking accused me of stealing it. Now you want to fucking lowball me for $400 fucking dollars. I thought, no way. Anyway, long story short, I did end up selling it for $400, but not to him. I thought, fuck you. You come at me saying you stole it. And I don't know if it was a ploy just to see if he could talk me down and make me feel sorry for him or what. But, yeah, I never stalked him much, but if your ute did get stolen, mate, I'm sorry about that. But, yeah, that was my fridge. I paid my hard-earned cash for that. But, yeah, no, old Marketplace. I fucking, yeah, I've had a lot of weird shit for sale. Not weird shit, but shit I've acquired. No, I didn't steal it. Only steal fridges. No, I'm kidding. I had a motor for sale once. Good mate of mine owned a farm. He ended up selling up, and he said, just come and take all this shit if you can sell it. Good for you. If you can't, just scrap it, whatever. Anyway, he said, I got a motor out of an Isuzu truck here. He said, you can have that. He said, I'm pretty sure I rebuilt it, so it's all pretty well brand new. Well, anyway, I had this thing listed for months. And every message I got, and I'm not being racist or anything, but every message I got was from a Middle Eastern or Arab sort of a name. Like I said, not being racist, I'm just observing what was sent to me, and I couldn't work out why. But they buy them and send them over to wherever they're from and put them in them trucks and everything like that. Well, fuck that, I don't want to come into any of that shenanigans. But yeah, I had that listed for about $5,000, and I got talked down to about $1,000 because I was just sick of the fucking messages. And I was unsure if it had been rebuilt. I didn't do any investigation work on it. Anyway, the bloke that bought it, he pulled the sump off. Everything was brand new in it. He said, fuck you, selling this for $1,000. It was too late. He'd already given me the cash. I thought, you cheeky bugger. But that's just the way it is. No different to eBay back in the day. Fucking, yeah, you get swindled with a few things. But here's what it is. My advice is, know what you're selling. And if you're sitting around waiting to get loaded and resting and you're dabbling in Marketplace, fucking make sure you're not buying stolen goods. But anyway, that was my piss boiler. Fucking, yeah, Facebook Marketplace. I bet you there'd be some, you see it all the time, all these comedians and that, they have shit listed for sale and they can make a whole segment out of a big joke, and it just shows you how desperate some people get. I know one bloke, he had a trampoline listed up there for free, and it even said free on the ad, come collect it. And someone offered him $200 for it. And he's like, it's free. And they're like, yeah, but would you take 200? And he said, yeah, I'll fucking take whatever you want to give me for it. People must just go over their head. But anyway, moving on from that, I read an article there today about, and it's very unfortunate, and I know it's only for the convoy side of things on the Saturday, but the Gatton Lights on the Hill Memorial Convoy has been canned for 2026 due to financial pressure on the industry and the price of everything going up and fuel prices, which is unfortunate. And they have assured us that it will be reinstated in 2027, but it just shows that everything that goes on in the world and all the conundrums that are happening, it takes it away from everything and everyone, like stuff that you can enjoy like that, like a memorial convoy. You think about it, blokes have died for this industry, unfortunately, and blokes are just, well, not just blokes, I've got a bad habit of saying that, but people are just trying to, how would you say, remember them or pay tribute to them with their trucks all dolled up and shined up and banners on the bull bars and everything with their names and dates and everything like that. And yeah, to have that taken away, it's a big kick in the guts. Not from the committee itself, but from the world today. You know what I mean? Like, to cause these sorts of issues. The memorial side of things on the Sunday is still going ahead, where people get inducted onto the wall and of remembrance and that for people who've died in the industry and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I was hoping to enter my truck in it and have a banner there for my old fella and a couple of mates of mine and that. But yeah, hopefully 2027. There's a bit of a relief on the pressure on the industry and everything goes back to normal. But yeah, for 2026, she's a no-go, and it would have been a tough decision. Like, they got to think about everyone. Like, yeah, your big players, they might be able to afford to enter into it and pay the whatever they got to do to enter into the convoy, and fuel and time and wages and stuff like that. But the one-man bands and all that are struggling already with everything going on. And don't get me wrong, 90% of them would not give a fuck because it's for a good thing. It's it's for a bloody good thing, paying tribute to your fallen mates and people that have sacrificed their life for this industry. But yeah, like I said, the Sunday's still going ahead, which is great. It's a good atmosphere. It's a how would you put it? It's a sad atmosphere because it gives you time to reflect on your mates and everything, but it's also a joyous time because you're reflecting on your mates and what they did for the industry and however big or small they were in the industry. And it's bloody unfortunate, but it's just the way of life these days. Shit's getting tough for everything. And the convoy is a big main fucking main attraction because you get all them kids and people lined up on the sides of the road and doing the arm pump. Kids doing the arm pump for all the trucks coming past, all the shiny big trucks. And like I said earlier about getting people involved in the industry, well, that's a stepping stone to get people involved in the industry. Even though we're there reflecting on people that have been taken by their jobs in the trucking world, but kids see that shit with the trucks and the shiny trucks and the mateship and everything, and that's, you never know how many truck drivers you'll form out of that, and it's bloody good. So, but anyway, yeah, like I said, 2027 it should be back, and there should be a bit of relief on the industry then, and it'll be held. So I see people commenting on like everyone should have been notified and whatever. Well, they can't go around to everyone and take a survey of who's going to spend the money and everything like that, because you're going to get mixed answers, and people that say they're going to commit don't commit, and yeah, it's not a waste of money. I wouldn't say it's a waste of money, no matter how many people enter or don't enter, but yeah, better off canning it this year, and it'll be bigger and better next year. So it's just the way it is, and yeah, it's unfortunate, but like I said, the way the world is today, everything affects everything. Rightio, guys and girls. If you're chasing professional, reliable, safe and on-time haulage of your heavy machinery and oversized loads, look no further. Justin, Emily and the team at J&E Taylor Haulage have you covered. Located in the forever expanding freight hub of Toowoomba, J&E Taylor Haulage take the hassle out of moving your freight and various machinery safely and efficiently with the help of their extendable drop deck fitted with ramps and the team's professional know-how. You'll rest easy knowing your assets are en route and in safe hands with J&E Taylor Haulage. Find the guys on Instagram and Google directory by searching J&E Taylor Haulage and contact them for a free quote today. Righto, well I reckon I've peppered you guys' ears a fucking hell of a lot tonight. Yeah, pulled up here now. I heard a quote the other day. It wasn't really a quote. It was just a mate said it to me, and we were talking about something and doing jobs and everything, and he just turned to me and we were talking, and he said, I didn't come here to lose, I come here to win. And I just thought to myself, that's fucking, like, as simple as it is, that's pretty inspirational. And it fits with anything, you know, like, you don't go into life to lose, you go in to win. And you might have a few setbacks here and there, but hopefully in the long run you come out on top, and that's what it's all about, having a win. And I thought that was fucking great. So yeah, that'll probably stick with me for the rest of my life now. I'll use it where I can. I didn't come here to lose, I come here to win. So if that doesn't inspire you to push forward and keep moving on, I don't know what will. Righto, I'll leave you with a bit of a joke. You know what it's going to be, but anyway. Yeah, turn it off if you got the kids listening. They probably won't understand this one, but hopefully everyone else does. Anyway, two old ladies are sitting on a park bench when a man in a long trench coat comes up, opens it up and flashes them. One of the ladies immediately had a stroke, the other one couldn't reach. Fucking you beauty. Anyway, guys, that's the end of that. Talk to yous. Bye. G'day, legends. If you're enjoying what I'm doing and you like what you're hearing and you think it's some good chat, make sure you hit us up on the socials. Get on the Facebook page. Give it a like. Give it a follow. Share it around. And if you're listening on whichever platform you choose to listen to, give it a follow.
Give it a like, give it a share, give it a subscribe, and just remember, never live. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.